So apparently we have the TOC 2 coming back into the game with some juicy stuff like the plasma grid camouflage, which seems to be a legendary one on our mighty friend. And I thought, you know what, maybe it would be a good idea for us to actually try the tank out and to see if yes or no it's worth it buying. So let's not lose too much time and jump directly into it. You probably all know how the TOC works. It's basically a huge boat that features an incredible gun, no mobility, and just an average armor, I would say. And it got buffed several times by Wargaming, and those buffs were more than welcome, because nowadays you get yourself quite a good tank for tier 6, and as it's no longer available in sale in the tech tree, let's say that having it in an offer right now is definitely your chance to not miss out on one of the weirdest looking tanks to ever exist. Basically, you feature the same gun as the one you have on the Comet. You have 10 degrees of gun depression, which allows you to be versatile on every single terrain, a really good penetration, 171 with your based shell, 0.29 of gun dispersion, which means that you have an incredible accuracy. Your DPM is just insane, sitting at 2.1k, so you can compete with some tier 8s. And on top of that, 4.6 seconds of reload for a total of 160 damage per shot. Truly, out of all the guns you have available at tier 6, this is one of the greatest. But it comes to a price, and the price is the same mobility as a mouse, or even a little bit worse, because at least the top speed the mouse gets to do 0 to 20 kilometers per hour is faster than the one you have on the TOC 2, because here you are stuck at 20 kilometers per hour, and 20 is not that much, guys. You're lucky because in Blitz we have small maps, so it's not going to be necessarily something horrendous to play with, but it's still upsetting enough for me to mention it. When it comes to the equipments, personally, I like to equip mine with gun rammer because obviously you have way more than enough penetration. After I switched off to enhanced gun lane drive in order to reduce my aim time because my gun dispersion is awesome, and to increase it a little bit more to be able to shoot while driving, I should go for the vertical stabilizer, I know, but I don't know why, but I like the refined gun a little bit more, even if it doesn't get me the 10% minus dispersion boost when I'm immobile. After I go for the defense system because I don't ram anyone, the improved assembly to increase a little bit my hit points because the enhanced armor can be useful, but I don't necessarily see the use because usually when people can't penetrate you, they just switch to gold shell. After I go for the toolbox because enhanced track is useless, improved optics because I'm not gonna camp, so I want to spot, engine accelerator to increase a little bit my mobility because as I told you it's a really horrific one, to finish off with high-end consumable to be able to use adrenaline for a longer period of time. When it comes to the armor of the tank, let's say that you would be surprised or maybe not. If you remember correctly, back in the days, it was just a big piece of paper, especially the front. For the side part, it changed a little bit because Wargaming strengthened the armor. But when it comes to the front, you see that they really tried something different by putting 135 millimeters of armor. The thing is, it's not enough for you to bounce anything still. You will bounce from time to time if you manage to use your 10 degrees of gun depression, because by doing this, you see that you can kind of increase it. But your big chance, the biggest chances you have of actually bouncing your targets is to angle that part as much as you can and pray for your opponents not to shoot at that area. But if you get that angle, especially the one I'm doing right now, so you take your gun and you put it right on this little area right there at the front. This is what peak angling with the TOC looks like, and here you can climb up to 170 millimeters of armor, which is enough to bounce a couple of things, not gonna lie, except for the turret, but the turret will never be angled and it's your forever weak spot. Now let's talk a little bit about the playstyle. As you can see, we're lucky because we're top tier, and I really wish Wargaming could actually put a preferential matchmaking on the TOC. It would make it a little bit more delightful. But still, here we had the luck of our life, the luck of the year or the luck of whatever, and we got into a good matchmaking. So in this scenario, what do you want to do? You have a lot of hit points with the TOC because of how big you are, considering that nearly half the tanks at tier 6 feature between 1.1 and 1.3k hit points maybe, except for the tank destroyers. Here you are sitting at 1.600, which is really huge for tier 6, so you can actually handle to take some shots. And this is why I'm playing aggressively on the Jagdpanzer, even if I know that this guy will penetrate me over and over again. But it's not a problem, we don't care, we have plenty of hit points, and that's what we are using them for. We are trying to push forward, even if we take a lot of shots, in order to prevent my team from being stuck on their spawn. And it works because here we baited the Jagdpanzer into making him think that that we're going on the 40 TP, whereas we just turned our turret. We killed the boy, and now we only have to secure the rest of the kills on the 40 TP and the Churchill that is still behind. So there we go. We're stinking our shots, our amazing DPM allowing us to do the job. And here you're gonna see that when you don't angle at all, you get penetrated. Just take a look at this guy. He had the stock gun, and still with the stock gun managed to penetrate my upper plate like it was nothing. If you want to bounce with the TOG, you need to angle. And this is why, if you are the kind of player that never angles your tank, I would tell you that this offer is not for you. The offer, in the end, is quite a juicy one, but if you are not used to angling, nah, don't bother. So there we go. Now, as I'm a little sneaky, I tried to get the Pantoufleee without caring too much about the Churchill that was in front of me, and I'm coming back because with my mobility I'm not gonna try to push all the way around, try to circle things, because if I do this it's gonna probably take me 3 minutes to get there. So instead I'm going on the T-3485 that I knew was coming for us. We spotted him. All I have to do is roll down the hill by right clicking and derping some shots, playing with adrenaline at the same time. So there we go, we sneak 2, we're gonna sneak 3, and yeah, with adrenaline we reload in 3.8 seconds, so you are kinda cancerous. Alright, there we go, we kill the guy, we get the Pantoufleee as well using an AG shell, and now we only have to deal with the Titan, and I'm not even gonna bother trying to get the boy here. I'm just waiting here and see if I can do something, and out of all odds I managed to pull that off, securing my 5 kills and therefore my first class medal. On top of that, you see that you're doing a lot of credits with the TOG. Just take a look at that, nearly 61,000, which is quite a massive number in my opinion. And to be fair, it's always a nice little tank to have in your garage, both for the look but also for the playstyle, because actually if you do a platoon with 2 TOGs and you stick yourself to the cap circle and you wait in the cap circle making your opponents come to you, you kind of cancel the mobility aspect of the tank, and it makes it quite a strong opponent as long as you know how to angle. And as I just finished my review, it seems like the TOG 2 is gone. Maybe it was here until this time, and I don't know, maybe it's still here, maybe it is, maybe it is not, maybe it was a fail from Wargaming to actually put the tank, maybe they are doing blitz offers right now that are only lasting 1 to 2 hours. I'm sad, I just hope you will be able to get it, boys. But anyway, if you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like and share, and personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.